Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of Idiots with Manners. I'm your host, Scott, the most knowledgeable one. With us, we have the House of Manners. You know him as Robert. He is a man who cried when Rose said goodbye to Jack after the Titanic.
Very sad moment. What's going on, everybody? So glad you are here tonight. I was looking at the comments. We got a lot of people blowing up already in the comments. I love this. Thank you guys for being here. I am so excited about tonight. Got some good topics to talk about. Scott will be leading the way all night tonight. Guess who else we got in the house?
We have a man whose most difficult book he's ever read was Green Eggs and Ham. Bear in mind.
True story. Grand champion of House of Manners whiskey grand champion, Jeremiah Ford.
That's it right there. I mean, those are fair allegations. Green Eggs and Ham was hard.
It's true. I mean, it's a little tongue twister. I mean, I get it. I mean, my 5-year-old is almost aced it. So I get it. I get it. So today we are going to talk about a topic that is, well, let's just say we spent last week talking about the manly kind of society norms and things we should bring back, certain manly etiquettes that we should bring. Tonight, we're going to talk about some gentleman lifestyle. So we're going to start with, this week, movies and books. Every man should watch, should read, and just kind of talk about it a little bit. So before we get started, this is a very special episode. I have a nice brand new background because I'm not at home. I'm on the road. I'm traveling. So coming to you from a new location. But we have comments streaming in. So let me jump in here real quick. We got all kinds of people blowing up our comments. Appreciate you guys. Thank y'all. Keep the comments coming. We have, let me go top. We got Timber Smoke here, wondering why the guest is in the middle of the thumbnail. Great question. We do like to highlight the lesser of the three. So we put it in the middle to boost him up a little bit. And he's got a phenomenal cigar. Check out the picture. Cigar is just how he smokes.
Yeah, who designed that, Scott? That looks a lot like something you would have done.
But anyway, I'll actually hit the next comment. Chris called, "What's up with that cigar?" That's how Jeremiah first smoked. He likes both ends.
He likes both ends.
Figures it out.
Good job, AI.
Good job, AI.
Winchester Piper
AI
Burley
strikes again.
Slice. Josh Goose Cooper, welcome everybody.
Gosh, what's up?
I thought it wasn't 8 year or this year's 8 state. I can't read. But anybody got this year's 8 state? Mine arrived today.
I got mine today. Got 4 10s today. Anybody in the comments tried the 8 state Burley yet? Is it any good? I have not heard anything much about it yet. So
okay. OG Burley says he thought he did. Amazing.
Chris in the house, man. What's up, Chris?
Thought it was amazing, dude.
Okay. I'm excited. We got Darren in the house. Welcome. Appreciate you. Let's see. Oh, Red Raider. Or Red Raid Reloading? Red Raider.
I don't know.
Yeah, Red Raider Reloading. Welcome. Glad to have you. We got all kinds of folks here. So we're going to kick this off here. Got James Kopp. What's happening, boys?
Well, first of all, I think that's what's everybody smoking tonight. I know that I saw some people talking in the comments about smoking. I want to start off by saying we're doing English blends tonight, correct?
Yes, yeah, we are doing some English blends.
English blends tonight. For all of you that like English blends, if you don't like English blends, then maybe you're not smoking one. That's fine. Smoking my Dottle and Briar Mini Church Warden tonight.
Dude, I love that. It resembles like the Roma Lucite, but better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's better. Yeah, it's very, very nice. And then I'm smoking some aged Father Dempsey tonight from Kramer's. So very, very nice blend. I tell you what I wish I had. I wish I had some whiskey. So what are y'all drinking tonight?
No, I'll go first. I am trying this. Well, it's been tried. Isle of Skye, the double smoke. It is a fantastic Skye. It's got some nice smokiness to it.
I would love to try that.
You should.
Thank you.
Try it. It's really good.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You are. So if you didn't know some backdrop here, I'm in Robert's House of Manners studio. It's the one and only House of Manners accepted, an idiot into his home. So I appreciate you. So we're trying this. So if anything that's a little
Y'all
off.
are so dumb. I'm signing off right now.
While I still have the floor here, I'm smoking my Boswell's, which is the first pipe I've ever bought, and is my main English pipe. So I thought, what perfect to smoke on English night, but my favorite English pipe. And I have my favorite English tobacco, Balkan Sobrani. Fantastic.
Great pick. Great pick.
Absolutely.
Great pipe too, by the way. That pipe
thank
is
you.
amazing.
Thank you, sir.
I do not have a Boswell's yet. One of these days I will.
We should go to
Speaking,
Boswell's.
speaking of great pipes, I have got the Bones Mini Church Warden. Look at that
Nice.
beautiful thing, baby.
Look at
Look at
the
that.
nice tint on that bad boy.
Could you call this a patina? I don't know. On wood,
That is
maybe?
patina.
Sure.
Patina,
we'll go with
patina,
that. We'll go with
patina.
that. But then I'm drinking this. Oh well, I'm smoking Boswell's Northwoods. It's one of my favorite Englishes, and I'm drinking this Campbelltown Lock
Mm,
She's a
blended
beauty, Clark.
Scotch
Such a great-
whiskey, dude.
great.
I love this. The first time I had this was Robert. You poured me some, and it was paired with that. What do you call it again? That stuff that Scott
Some
brought.
frog
the,
thing, amphibians delight or something.
Yeah.
lizards, something. I don't know.
Yeah, amphibian
Frog-
delight.
Amphibian delight.
Amphibian
that's
delight.
that's gonna be somebody's
Frog
new.
Warden, dude.
Somebody's gonna take amphibian delight. I want a copyright on that. If anybody blends that, that sounds amazing.
You want your cut?
I want my cut. I need my
I want
cut.
my
of the
35
amphibian
cents for
delight.
sale. Dang it!
It's an aromatic English from my blends. You know.
Okay, cheeky amputee. Welcome, Yusuf. At 3:35 in the morning. Greetings.
You-
Oh, is he in Zambia?
Yeah.
That's my
Bro.
South African friend right there. That's my buddy.
Thanks for
Yes.
joining us, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you. All right, so let's kind of jump in here. We got movies and books. We'll start with movies since Jeremiah prefers to watch his books, so we'll start with movies in his honor.
So before we begin, I kind of say like I really love this topic, and for those of you that don't know, so I was an English major in college. I love reading. I'm a big proponent of people that should read books. I think it's an amazing way to gain knowledge. It's a good way to work out your mind. So I love this topic. I just think there's so many great books that people should be reading. And so I'm excited about talking about this with you guys. Excited about talking about movies. Obviously, I'm a movie guy as well. So I'm excited about this. It should be a lot of fun. Really curious to see what a lot of people in the comments think about certain books we mentioned, or maybe we have a category, what your recommendation would be. I'm always trying to find new recommendations for great books to read. So I'm looking forward to this topic so much.
So let's start off with something very hard. You know, we're all men. So what do you think is one movie every man should see before he dies?
Jeremiah, you want to go first?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I know you got like
So-
37 movies in the chamber, so go ahead.
Well,
pick one.
I mean, I could definitely go down the list here. So there's obviously some movies that I think, not necessarily a message. I think it would be kind of talking about like, what are just great films that I think guys would love to watch.
And that's I guess what's the question? Is it a good message for guys, or is it just awesome films that you just have to see?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's about films that are just amazing films that I think most men would love.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, probably two of my favorite movies of all time, and I absolutely love Saving Private Ryan is one of my favorite movies of all time. Braveheart is probably my favorite film of all time. I think Braveheart is just an amazing film from beginning to end, because it's a amazing love story, but it's also amazing in the sequence of events that happened with the film, how they filmed it, and just the story behind it. It's just an amazing movie. Love that movie. It's one of my absolute favorites.
And so you're talking about like nerding out a little bit. Saving Private Ryan, fantastic movie. They say the first 30 minutes of the D-Day landing. That is the most accurate portrayal of D-Day ever done in film. They said the VA had to open up their, I guess like a PTSD type phone line. They said they had to bring in extra staff for, I think it was days after, because there's so many calls from World War II veterans that were having legit flashbacks. And there's a lot of, what's cool, if you really want to nerd out on Saving Private Ryan, which I have, a lot of the scenes that they show, these little quick cuts and quick scenes, are true stories. Like the guy that, his arm is missing, he bends down and picks it up and walks off. There's an actual veteran's account that saw that. So it's just like those little cool little things. If you ever watch, I guess if you watch it in HD, it doesn't look in HD. It's got like these streaks through the film. They filmed it with the same type of camera that was available
Right.
around that time. They just put color to it, so it adds a little more realism to what
Wow,
you're
that's
seeing.
pretty
and
awesome,
written.
dude.
So it's really cool.
I actually
And
didn't
what's-
know any of that. That's
and
really
what's really
cool.
awesome is that when they first land, the first shot they show when the door goes down and you see the first 3 or 4 rows of guys just drop. They told the extras what to do, but they didn't tell the actual actors. And so like you see Tom Hanks just going, "Oh my goodness," he had no idea what was about to happen,
Right.
not realizing they were just
Oh,
about to all just start dropping. So you see some of their actual genuine reactions. Really cool.
Dude,
It's a-
that's
it's a
awesome, bro.
Great film, and which is really funny because after they did Saving Private Ryan, of course, Tom Hanks was huge
Yeah.
in the making of HBO's Band of Brothers, which
Sure.
is required in my home that both my boys have had to watch because I just wanted them to be able to understand what real heroes look like that went across the sea. Some of those guys volunteered to basically fight tyranny, and just the things they went
Kids
through.
too,
Just so
man.
amazing.
They were all kids too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like 19-year-olds. That's crazy, man.
18 to 25, I think, made up like a majority of the army back then. I mean, it's just insane.
What about you, Jeremiah? What are some things on your mind as far as movies go?
Man, it's hard not to pick war movies, man. But The Patriot is one of mine. Those two that you said I love, but man, The Patriot, bro, I love that movie so much.
And not a happy ending, really, either. That's what's crazy about that movie. It's like
It's
real.
not.
It's like something real.
Mm-hmm. And Bygone Sean, my man.
Yep.
The Patriot,
know-
I like that.
I'm a history nerd. I'm a history nerd. Now, do you know the story behind the Patriot? Like it's.
I bet you're going to tell us.
Yeah, get a
It's a-
sneaking
it's a-
suspicion you're about to tell us, Scotty. I forgot you two were sitting across from each other. I knew you were, but I just forgot for a second. So you did that.
I was going to try to stick my pipe in his face on the camera, but
You should just stick your pipe in his mouth and let him take a taste of it.
you like Father Dempsey? It's great.
So
You
there's
two idiots.
like, but hey, I represent that remark.
You do, actually.
Yeah, I do. But it's like a conglomerate of a couple different like actual characters that really were in some of the Revolutionary War. It's mostly based around a guy named Swamp Fox, which a lot of the story is kind of sort of the I guess the embellishment of what he happened, the rumor, the story that he of what he did. But it's a couple different characters all put into one to have more I guess storylines put
What did
together.
you call it? The Legend of what? Swamp Fox?
Yeah.
That was his nickname.
I didn't know that.
So Captain
I
Burley
thought I
Slice says
misheard that.
Swamp Fox is a great read. So there's a book based on that too. And
What?
Captain, I'm sure he's read a lot of these type of books that you like too. He seems like, Captain seems like a guy that had read a lot of history books as well. So I'm sure he knows exactly what you're talking about.
Marion. I can't remember Swamp Fox. But he really was like he would disappear into the woods, into the swamps. That's where he was from, and he's a real big reason of why we won the war. It's because he kept Cornwallis, which was this renowned British general. It kept him in the South, in the Carolinas longer, so he couldn't go help defeat Washington.
Well, and
could've.
he used that whole warfare that was very different in those days because the British would like just line up on a field which no one could match, no one during those times. And so to be able to use guerrilla warfare the way they used was kind of an interesting fact as well. Yeah.
They were basically
Francis
like
Marion.
special forces, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I think the British side. Yeah, Francis Marion, the Swamp Fox. But yes, American
Okay.
general. But it's
Check
so
that out.
it's kind of loosely based on his story with a couple other characters thrown in the mix to add a little more dynamic to the character. But yeah, so it is a lot, on the true story, and the big battle scene at the end. While it doesn't look like that, is based off the actual battle that took place, where they gave away in the middle, but it was on. I think it might have been Kings Mountain, might have been battle they're trying. Oh no, it was the Guilford Courthouse. Sorry, that's why they had the big courthouse in the middle of the scene. Anyway, I'm rambling on, but yeah, great pick, Jeremiah.
No, I loved
Great
it. I
pick.
love this stuff. I like the little background stuff. That's what I like about books too, is talking about all what was going through the author's head when he wrote it,
Mhm.
why they wrote it, what inspired them to. Like Josh Cooper knows a lot of this stuff. He's always talking about movies and how like certain movies like bombed in the beginning, but now they're
Yeah.
super popular. Like that stuff's so cool to me. I love hearing all that. So carry
yeah.
on, keep going.
Well, I've got some other movies here. We don't have to go into detail about all these, but I do want to give some of my favorite movies for different reasons. Especially we talk about having a variety of great films out there. I don't think everything has to be war action films. One of my
Agree.
favorite movies of all time, and it's my favorite date night with my wife, is a movie with Harrison Ford. It was actually a remake from a movie from many years ago, but the remake with Harrison Ford is called Sabrina. Every time that movie is on, my wife and I watch it. It's just a great film. I just love the entire how that whole film unfolds is great. It's comedy, it's a love story, it's romantic, it's also very gentlemanly in a lot of ways. It's just a really great film. Um, Thomas Crown Affair is a fantastic film that I think is just a lot of fun. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is one of my favorite westerns of all times. Unforgiven is one of my favorite westerns of all time. Rocky, Die Hard, Goodfellas, Hoosiers, Dark Knight, Great Escape, Lord of the Rings, James Bond. Let's just keep going, man. Like I could just go on and on, man. I love movies, man. I love it.
You forgot The Godfather.
He said, "Oh, make him
Hit
an
him with
offer
it.
he can't refuse." You know, Michael. Blazing Saddles. Somebody said Blazing Saddles.
James
Yes.
Bond, yes.
So I listen.
call,
I
dude.
got
It's a
to
good
go
call.
watch Blazing Saddles 50th anniversary of the movie theater with my family, and it was absolutely amazing. It's still a fantastic movie. I don't care what anybody says. I know it's not politically correct today, but who cares? It's amazing.
We got quite a few good picks in the comments here. Timber Smoke, he would say Wizard of Oz would be one you must watch.
I mean, yeah, the first color film, correct? If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was the first film in color. So a lot of
My
history
wife
there.
would
That
be
really,
so proud of you guys. That is probably my most hated movie in the world is Wizard of Oz.
We got Man on Fire. I've seen that one.
Denzel.
Yeah.
Oh man, that
Dude.
movie's intense, man.
Yes.
That movie's intense, man. Wow.
He's got a lot of good movies, man. I like his character he plays. He does a good job.
Has there
He
ever been
plays
a
the same
movie?
character, but he does a good job.
Well, yeah, that's true. John Q was great as well. Great movie. I mean, there's not a single war film that Mr. Scott would like. Glory.
Yeah, it's one of the most realistic Civil War movies.
Yeah,
by
Glory.
far.
Denzel Washington. So a lot of people don't know. Let's talk about interesting facts about that. So the scene where Denzel gets whipped and he starts crying,
Mhm.
he actually got whipped because he wanted to have that feeling immediately. And so those tears are like his real tears from where he was getting whipped. But if you remember the scene, he's holding on. He doesn't make a single emotional thing. He just looks at the camera with that look and he starts crying as he's getting whipped. He was really getting whipped. Method actors.
Yeah. Some of the best.
That's right.
Some of the
That's right.
best.
That's right.
Let's see. Oh, Training Day. Speaking of.
That's
Another-
a great one, dude. I
Yeah,
love that
Man,
one.
he won an Oscar for that.
Oh, yeah. We got Ben-Hur, Lawrence of Arabia. Also
Mhm.
two great movies.
Lawrence of Arabia is a great movie. Dr.
So
Zhivago is
basically-
also good.
You should just all see all the movies is basically.
Oh,
Yeah, just go watch them all. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Josh, comment for you there. Jaws, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones,
Last Crusade. Oh my gosh.
Appalooza. Now, I'm
All
going
good
to go
choices.
with
All good choices.
Yusuf on this one. The Shawshank Redemption makes my top list too.
I've got a hot take about that, but okay, we'll save that till later. I know one of your questions later. We'll talk about
Okay,
later.
okay, it's fine, it's fine. But all right, so let's see. Good Will Hunting. Fantastic movie, also.
You like apples? I like them apples. I got a number.
So movie that everybody or every man should see. Great list. So let's kind of jump into sports then. So we go kind of shift from war. Best sports movie ever made. What would you say?
I've got a couple that come to mind.
Okay.
One of them a lot of people think is overrated. I don't, and I think it's nostalgic for me because my father was a baseball lover. He loved baseball; it was his
yeah.
favorite sport. But The Natural is a phenomenal movie. I love that film. Every time it's on, I watch it. I think about my dad. It's just a great movie. Also, as a former basketball player who is a big basketball guy, Hoosiers is a fantastic movie. I love that movie. Gene Hackman at his best. So,
I'm just going to leave this up there. Y'all carry it.
what is it?
It's Rudy.
Oh, well,
What's
yeah,
that, Piper?
yeah. Rudy is great too.
That obviously that's my pick. Notre Dame fan. Got to go with Rudy. But I'll tell you numbers close second. Speaking of Denzel, remember the Titans?
Oh,
Dude.
Sucks.
That was gonna be mine. I really love that movie, man. One of my favorite movie quotes is from that movie.
What's
I
that?
love that one. Near the end, when he's in the hospital and he says, "Alice, are you blind? Can't you see the family resemblance? That's my brother."
Oh,
I love
yes.
that quote, dude.
Mm.
That is
Oh,
so
very good.
good. They're so emotional.
Yeah, I mean, it's well when Rudy, goes through his whole life and then all his college years just getting beat up.
Cop says Rudy was offsides.
It's fine. We didn't watch the same movie. It's fine. Rudy's not offside.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. That just brings a whole new perspective to that now.
Rudy's not offside. Okay, you watch it. Not offsides.
Oh my gosh.
But I will say, so the actual play where he's in and makes it the sack, he does. So that is true. That really did happen. And but it was like one of like three guys, like a game tackle. It wasn't him making this spectacular play by himself. So it does take a little, and the story makes it a little bit better when it's by himself. He goes in there, makes the play. But also the whole thing, like they put the jerseys down, said, I'm if Rudy can have my spot. That a lot of embellishment. I can go on about Rudy for a while. A lot of
It's a great movie.
It is.
It's a fantastic movie.
A lot of it was embellished. Do you know who wrote the story for Rudy?
I do not.
It was the biggest driver behind getting the movie made.
I don't know.
Rudy. And he got turned down by numerous studios, but he just kept pushing on, just like the Rudy in the movie. He just kept going until he got his shot.
Josh Cooper says Sandlot. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Smalls.
Captain Broly slice Happy Gilmore. Okay, so I don't know if you've had a chance to watch Happy Gilmore 2, but a lot of movies that are coming out with these new versions, like many years later, let's just try to make money off of them. Happy Gilmore 2 is actually really good. It's actually a really funny movie, and Happy Gilmore is a great film. I don't care what anybody says. Almost as good as Billy Madison.
I haven't seen the second one for that reason. Like, I feel like it's going to be a waste.
No, it's actually hilarious. It is
I
so.
might check it out.
The best scene in the whole movie, the second one. So he goes golfing again, but he's paired up with three actual professional PGA golfers for his final round.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one part where the cops come out. There's a siren or something. And what's his name? One of the professional golfer got arrested on his way to a tournament a couple years ago, and so he's one of the guys that are on the team. He hears sees he gets arrested. He gets arrested, and he goes, "This feels familiar."
Yeah, it's the guy who got arrested before the actual match. Yes.
Yeah. So it's making fun of himself getting arrested.
Scotty Sheaf.
Yeah. Yep.
That's right. That's awesome.
Oh man.
I mean, there's some really great sports movies been over the years. I mean, Field of Dreams is another fantastic movie. I saw somebody wrote that in there. That's a great one. I feel like we're missing a big one though. Miracle. That's the one. Miracle. I saw it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Bygone Sean says Miracle. Yes. The greatest scene in that movie is when he makes them do the sprints back and forth, again. Finally, the guy steps up and says, who do you play for? And he's like, I play for the United States. And they all are like, oh man. Captain Broly Slice, thank you so much for coming and joining us today. I appreciate you so much. You're my boy. You know that.
Appreciate you. 4:30 comes early.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Thanks for stopping by. But mainly stay classy. Dude, you're forgetting about the greatest sports movie of all time.
Fire away.
The Mighty
Rocky.
Ducks. The Mighty Ducks.
Oh.
I said Rocky. You said the Mighty Ducks. Oh,
On
I
three.
thought you say Air Bud. Air Bud, man. Air Bud. Everybody knows Air Bud.
Dude.
Yeah, Air
Oh,
Bud. I
man.
mean, come on.
Rookie of the year. What are you talking
Oh, Rookie of the Year.
Rookie.
Major League.
Oh, Major League.
Oh,
Major League is a funny movie.
I love that movie, bro. I
He's like, you
forgot
can't
about
say that
one.
on the air. That's okay. Nobody's listening.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Ricky Vaughn. Forget the curveball,
Wow,
Ricky.
man.
Give him the heater.
Bad News Bears. The old one. The new one was meant, but the old one.
Yeah, man. Walter Matthau.
Little Giants. No?
Cricket.
Wow,
It's all right. I thought it was good, so I made the kids sit through it again, and I was like, this isn't as good as I remember.
It's better. We did the same thing a couple years ago. Got the kids to watch it. So good.
Oh, yeah. John, is it
You're
what?
the
Old
one
Man
that told me
Copper.
to do that.
Old Man Copper. The Longest Yard is a phenomenal movie with Burt
Ooh.
Reynolds. Yes. Great movie. Great movie.
What's that one? Dude, what's the one with Sandra Bullock? Then the
Blindside.
Blind Side. That one's good too, man. That's probably one of my wife's favorite
So,
sports movies.
random fact about that movie. All right, let's
There
go.
we go.
The,
Buckle up, guys.
well, no, the one scene where you got all these like Nick Saban, you got all these different coaches that are kind of trying to get them to come to their school. they're kind of giving their pitch. And what's cool is so Nick Saban's one. I think they all kind of did it, but Nick Saban was the leader behind it. They showed him the script of what they wanted him to say, and Saban looked at it and goes, "I would never say this to a kid to recruiting. This is garbage." And they were like, "Well, then just say whatever you would say."
Good job, Nick.
And so what you hear Saban in the movie saying to him is one of his actual pitches he makes to players to get them to come to the school. So it's him. He wasn't acting. He was in the mindset trying.
What
to
did he
recruit
say? Do
players
you remember?
on camera. Well, they liked his. They did like one or two takes, but it was perfect because it's what he would normally do. So they kept it. But all the coaches ended up doing very similar to the same thing. It's what their actual pitches are to these players.
All I can tell you is
Really cool.
you better go to church or Nick Satan will get you.
Hey, put that comment up there. Dodgeball, bro. Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yeah, man. This is my team. This is Laser. This is Blazer.
I don't know if you heard, but I got up over 1,000 right before you walked in. That's so funny, bro.
Oh, blue chips with Nick Nolte, man. How about some blue chips, man? Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway. Come on, man. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm just gonna talk like this the whole film, man. Nick Nolte.
Well, you got to throw Varsity Blues in there. I mean, she's a
Hey,
10, puke and rally.
I got a funny feeling this is gonna get off the rails really quick, y'all.
So bring it back. Around. So we got some good sports movies. We kind of already addressed the war movies, which was the next question I stole. Let's jump into straight books then. Let's just start, easy. What's the best book you've ever read?
Oh, the Bible. I'll go with that. Beat that, guys.
Yeah, you win.
I mean,
Yeah, you win.
So what's the second best book that you've ever read?
The Book of
Robert, why don't
John.
you take this.
There's Matthew, there's Mark, there's Luke. They're all books. They're all good books. Yeah, 100% agree with that. I actually had a conversation with someone in my work a few months ago about the Bible being a great book, and they're not a Christian or anything. And I said you don't have to be. Like I really feel like the Bible has a lot of wisdom in it, regardless of your beliefs. And so I think it's a fantastic book. Obviously, I'm biased because of my background, but what can I say? It is what it is.
I won't go far into it. The Book of Enoch. It is a book that was taken out of the book. It was never part of the Bible, but it's actually referenced multiple times by the apostles. They referenced the Book of Enoch.
So I don't know much about that. Is that still in the Catholic canon or no? Do you know? I feel like I've heard somebody say that.
It could be. That would surprise me though. But I feel, what was it, Scott? You were there when somebody told us this, that the Book of Enoch is still recognized, or was at the time that the Bible was written, it was recognized as like reputable historical facts. It just wasn't canon. They didn't not put it in there because they didn't think it wasn't true. They believed it is true. They just didn't put it in as canon, which was interesting.
I think
Robert,
that was
where'd
James
you go?
Johnson that did that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so it's in the Ethiopian canon.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. Is Foghorn Leghorn on here tonight? He can probably tell us. I should. Well, never mind. Never mind.
This band, no, come on.
No.
Well, hello, all.
Yeah, I said it's amazing. Sorry, I'm gonna load another pipe. That Father Dempsey is really tasty, but I could not keep it lit, and I don't know why. So, and it's not. It's pretty. I mean, it's dry, so I don't know what the deal is.
I mean, mine's fine.
Well, that's why I'm smoking what you got now, without asking. Sorry.
It's fine. That's why I brought.
That's why I brought.
I'm sharing. I share because I care.
What other questions you got
Share
about
because
books?
you care.
Oh, so do we have any other non-biblical books that we like to read?
I mean, I thought when you asked this question to me, I started thinking about like different categories. I mean, talking about self-help, fiction, nonfiction.
The best book you've ever read.
I can't answer that because there's so many
It's
books.
tough, right? Because you read something, you're like, I got so much from this this is going to help me throughout my life. But then you read something else, and you're like, this is a masterpiece. It's a work of art.
Yeah, there's too many books for me to have a favorite just because I love to read so much and I read books all the time that I love and think this is a fantastic book. And over the years, there's so many books I've read over the years that I can't really remember like what it's about in total, but I remember reading it thinking that was an amazing book. And so like I read when I was younger, I read a lot of the classics.
Okay.
I think of books like To Kill a Mockingbird, which is a masterpiece. I think of books like Grapes of Wrath by Steinbeck. Steinbeck's one of my favorite authors, by the way. I mean, you've got Of Mice and Men, Grapes of Wrath. What's the other? There's one more that I love by him, and I can't think of what it is all of a sudden. That's how much I like it because I can't remember the name of it.
It's convincing.
Probably one of my favorite books of all time is The Count of Monte Cristo by Dumas.
Okay.
So which is a phenomenal read, and even the
Oh,
unabridged
yeah.
version is fantastic. Such a great book. Man, there's just so many. There's so many great books.
I'm gonna read that next year, dude. That's on my list. But I've talked to Robert about this. I was never super interested in reading just for fun until like a couple years ago. So I've read some books, but I haven't been reading consistently. So there's a lot that I want to read that are classics. Like The Count of Monte Cristo is way up there on the list. I can't wait to read that. But I want to tackle a few more before I get that 1,200, 1,400. That looks like that thick, bro. I'm
Yeah,
gonna read
it is.
that
Well,
for
but you could
a
read there is an unabridged version. I mean, I
month.
definitely,
I don't.
I know how you are. I mean, you're like me. You want to read the actual
Yeah.
work of art the way it was presented, which is the same
Yeah.
way I am. But like my kids, for example, just to get them to read, I would get them the unabridged version because they're going to look at that book that's this thick as opposed to a book that's this thick and go, "Oh, I'll
Yeah.
read that."
Yeah.
So
Right.
Trying
Now,
to think
I agree with you, man. There's a lot too. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to pick a favorite because there's so much, good stuff. There's Christian apologetic books. There's books that help you through life, like almost like how to, but more like just be a
sure.
better person kind of thing. But then there's these fiction masterpieces too. Like it's hard to pick just.
I mean, I'm a
But I
big
like a
Shakespeare
lot.
fan. A lot of people are not. I am. Of course, that's just my
No,
background.
I know you're a big Shakespeare fan. I don't dislike Shakespeare. I guess I just need to experience more of it. I've got the whole freaking collection. It's like the big giant. My wife thought it looked cool on the bookshelf. It's so big, like it takes up a whole slot by itself. But I opened it a few times. I was like, "Wherefore hitherto art thou unto this
Oh, Romeo.
aforementioned?"
Oh, boo! Y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
Quote some. I heard you quoting it the other day. Let's hear it with
To
the
be,
accent
not
and
to
all.
be.
That
Yeah.
With the accent, bro.
To be or not to be. That
There it
is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, by opposing in them, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream.
well, it was.
brought a tear to the eye.
And scene.
All right, guys,
Well, it
that's
was
all
the
we
best
got
of
for
times
tonight.
and the worst of times.
It was.
It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch
It was-
of incredulity.
I mean, he wants to talk about some Dickens. Let's do it.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
It's a bad Pink Floyd song, too. You can't have your meat if you don't have any pudding. You can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat.
So we do have a couple of comments here. Old Man in the Sea. Got a couple
Oh.
of votes for that one. James Copp, Timber Smoke.
Fantastic. That's Hemingway. That's a great book.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll go on a Hemingway rant here, and I'll give you time, Jeremiah. Just calm down.
I'll sit back. I'll wait.
Anybody read Jurassic Park other than Josh Goose Cooper?
Josh, is it as good as the movie, though? Is it as good as the movie?
So
I've never read it.
So the book is next on my read list. Whenever I finish the book I'm currently in, Jurassic Park is the next one. It's already in the queue. They said, I've heard, because I asked somebody else about this, what they thought about Jurassic Park. Apparently, kids are swapped places. The older is the grandson, the younger is the granddaughter, which is going to mess me all up. And apparently, the grandfather, Chris Old Park, is almost like an evil villain because he's like, he's the reason the kids go out. He's basically like, well, go try out the park and see how it is, and let's see if you survive. Like it almost gives the impression like he's like doesn't really care. He just sends them out as cannon fodder to see what happens.
Yeah.
So I'm pessimistically optimistic. I don't know if I'm
But-
excited about it or not anymore. I don't know.
But that's the story, though. That's the actual story. You have to read the
I
actual
like the movie
story.
better. That's better. It's easier to read.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I'd go on a rant about Hobbit too. Great, fantastic book. I think the book's way
Talking
better
about
than
the
all
book or
those
the movie
movies.
because the book's awesome.
The book is amazing.
The
And
movie,
If you don't read the book, movie's great. You read the book, movie's terrible. That's
That's
Oh,
an
Jeremiah,
example of where they did so good with Lord of the Rings, and then they brought in.
Well, they're all,
Let's
they got money
piggyback off of
hungry on
that
that
and
book.
change the story.
They took literally 3 books and made 3 movies for Lord of the Rings, and they made one little tiny book into 3 movies, and they
Mhm.
ruined it. Like they just totally ruined it. Sorry,
I
I'm
know
very
you get
biased on
to
that.
movie 3, and you're like, this is one chapter. What are they gonna do for the whole movie?
Yeah.
Show the Eagles again. Show the Eagles again. That's cool.
you already
Hey,
Catcher in the
green
Rye.
eggs and ham. Now that's a
Catcher
good
in the
one.
Rye. Yeah, excellent book.
I've never read it. It's good.
Yeah,
Good.
very good.
Okay.
Yeah, Moby Dick is another good one too.
Atlas Shrugged, Josh Cooper.
Oh, Atlas Shrugged is on my list. Good call.
Okay, well, you need to give it about 3 months to read it because it's like 800 or 900
That's
pages.
that's true, but it's
that
a
book-
great read.
Is fantastic, especially with what's going on today in society. It's very appropriate.
100%.
So if you never heard about Atlas Shrugged, fantastic book. It's about basically speaking out against communism. Written in the 50s, and the author is basically saying why communism is not the way we should go.
Sure.
But it's told through such an interesting story.
Well, it puts real life situations on economy, starting a company, the company being taken over by, you know, the steel industry being taken over by. Yeah, it's such a great
Is it-
read. And
Is it dystopian, kind of like Orwell and?
yeah, it's
Or
leading.
is it
It's
little-
well, it's basically the things that lead up to the cause
Right.
of a dystopia. And so, you know, you got John Galt, who's like he's recruiting these people to take away to a private island because he wants to start a new society.
Story, man. That's like the 3/4 way through.
Well, nobody gonna read that on here. If you haven't read it by now, spoiler alert: the book's been out for like 100 years. Come on.
Stop spoiling books. I told you I got to the game late. Stop
That's
ruining
like,
them.
don't tell me what happened in Star Wars. I want to watch the movie. You should have watched it by now.
Bro, just because you read it in high school when it came out doesn't mean you got to.
Dang, man, that's cold blooded right there, man. That's cruel. That's
Hurtful.
cruel, man.
Hurtful,
It's
but truthful.
That is true.
Truthful, but truthful.
I mean, Ayn Rand was in. She was in my my physics class. So
So Atlas Shrugged. I'm right. I'm putting that on my list.
That's it. I mean, I'll let you borrow mine. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. Great read.
fantastic book.
Nonfiction for me, The Wager, A Tale of a Shipwreck Mutiny. I haven't heard of that one.
Okay.
I haven't heard of that one either.
Mm-mm.
Oh, how about this one? I've never heard of this either. One of the best I read is history was Fruit from a Poison Tree. Oh, you recommended that on somebody just recommended that book. It seems very interesting. Not read it, but it is in my Amazon cart. So maybe
What's
come
it
this way.
about? What's it about? Anybody know?
I don't
A
remember.
brief overview. Is it a legal book? It sounds like a legal book.
Does it have pictures?
Old Man Copper
Well, I think
just
it's-
read 1984.
Ooh,
He said he didn't like it.
really?
Yeah,
Really?
I actually don't disagree with that. I didn't enjoy that book either. But it gets a lot of hype. It's very similar to like, you know, this whole society falling and, you know, we're burning books and kind of stuff, you know, that kind of thing. But
I think it's. I think it. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Thought you.
oh no, I'm just saying I didn't really typically enjoy that book either.
So I didn't. I think it's one of those that it's like I feel like I'm glad I experienced it. I think I almost feel like it's something. It's one of those you kind of have to read. Like I feel like you should experience it, but I did not. I didn't like the writing style at all, especially the middle, whatever, 3 chapters that was just nothing but propaganda for. It was hard to get through. You know what I'm saying?
One comment, then we'll kind of move on here because I know we're not running out of time. But check this one from Timber and Smoke. A friend told me spoilers don't exist. If the story is good enough, a spoiler doesn't ruin the experience.
Unless you haven't seen Usual Suspects. I'm just gonna throw that out.
But I like that.
I mean, I feel like that can be true a lot of the time, but spoiler can ruin a movie or a book.
Neo
sometimes.
Lexington said you're not supposed to like 1984. That's the point. Well, okay, I didn't know that, but
I didn't either, but that's
well, then you know what? He did a good job. They did a good job
He
writing.
did a good job.
Well, oh, that was very. Then the book is great because it did exactly what it worked. Okay, good deal. All right, good deal.
Imagine Heaven by John Burke. I haven't heard of that one.
I don't think I've heard of that one either.
Interesting. Okay.
That's JD Wolf Pipes is in the house, y'all. JD Wolf in the house. What is up, man?
Star among us. Love it. Well, all right. So moving on we'll stay with books.
But real quick, just
Yeah,
real quick.
go on.
JD Wolf, loving your new pipes that you're making, man. Some of those new Falcon Bowls are fantastic. So I just had to throw that out there. They look gorgeous.
James Scott. Oh my goodness. Okay. She's back. I got my little gremlin in my camera here. All right, there we go. All right. Why do you have a little better? Anyway, okay, I digress. The James Scott, not even gonna acknowledge that comment. Go away. Nobody cares. All right, moving on. As y'all need to go look out, fine. Okay, we've read it. All right. Moving on.
What's going on?
The importance
Scott,
of
what are
being
you
on
doing?
side.
This is the last time we let Scott run the show, guys.
He said that's the importance of being on side.
Being on side.
That's really funny.
My routine.
I'm sorry. That's
No.
funny.
All right. So, what do you think are two books every man should read? One fiction, one nonfiction. Every man needs to read.
You know, so you asked me this question in show prep, and I was thinking about this about my son graduating high school this past week, and what would I give him? Like, what would be a couple of books that I would give my son? And I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna do 3 books, and here's why. Our family is really, we're really big believers. We believe in the Bible. We believe in Christ. We believe in God. So I wanted to approach this with a spiritual book, a book about life, and then a fiction book. That's kind of how I approach this. So for me, my fiction book is The Count of Monte Cristo. It's one of my favorite books of all time. A book that is not a nonfiction, non-religious book that I think, especially this newer generation of young men coming up, that I think needs to learn some soft skills, is a book by Dale Carnegie called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It is a fantastic book. I love that book. A close second would be 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey, which I think is a fantastic book also. And then, of course, the last one would be a spiritual book, which is the #1 book that I've given to more people than anybody else. It is probably what I would consider a masterpiece on Christian theology, and that's C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity. It is a absolute must read for anybody who's interested in faith. So
That's one of my wife's favorite books is Mere Christianity. For that reason, it's so good.
it is phenomenal.
I saw. Can you highlight this one comment? Hang on, it disappeared on me now. It was one that just said Robert's. The Winchester Piper. Robert, would you reach over and slap him, please?
Having some camera issues, all right? Bear with me. here.
I agree, Winchester Piper. That's good.
That was the best book that's the best book all day. Yeah, C.S. Lewis, Old Man Copper. C.S. Lewis is one of my favorite authors of all time. Obviously, when I was a kid, I fell in love with, the Chronicles of Narnia. Actually, one of the first series that I ever read as a small child that made me fall in love with reading was that series.
Really?
Screwtape Letters is another wacky, whimsical book that's really, really odd, but has some really cool insights on being tempted and things, some really great things. C.S. Lewis and his story. C.S. Lewis's story is an amazing story because he was an atheist for a long time, and it was Tolkien and the other guy that I can never think of the other guy's name. There's the 3 guys that were the elderlings that were constantly smoking pipes and drinking beer in that little tavern outside of Oxford, which I think is called the Feather and Child, if I'm not mistaken. But that was a huge part of their mission, was to get C.S. Lewis to become a Christian. And then the fact that he took that and ran with some of the stuff he wrote is quite amazing to me. Inklings. Thank you, Timber Smoke. Thank you. I said elderlings. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yes, had some camera difficulties here. But yeah, so all good books. There we go. Nope. So we got, I would think what about Jeremiah, did you give your fiction book?
Do what?
Did you give your fiction book?
I can't hear you, man. Say it again.
Did you give your fiction book?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go with, How to Win Friends and Influence People is my nonfiction book. I think that is such a great book. But for my fiction, I'm going to go with The Alchemist.
Oh, you just read that recently.
I did. I read it not long ago. Fantastic book. It takes place in like the Sahara Desert. and it's basically a guy chasing his dream, but he has some bad luck, but it's just his drive to keep going after your dream. Once you have a dream, just keep.
Dude, you gotta get you a new tripod.
Just hold the phone, bro.
About it,
Hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
But
Kevin said the third guy's name was Charles Williams. I did not know that. Thank you, sir.
I didn't either.
Chris said Chronicles of Narnia was a great read as a kid. Yes, it was. I've actually tried to go back and read it as an adult. It does have a different feel to it, whereas I feel like Lord of the Rings I've read as an adult and as a child, and I liked it both times, and I enjoyed two different things. But Narnia is definitely what I would say definitely more geared for kids. JD Will says, "Hold the door." Good, nice Game of Thrones reference. I appreciate that. Hold the door. Hold the door.
Hold the door.
Hold on. That's a great reference. I love it. I love it. What was it about The Alchemist that you loved?
It's describing for that dream. Like it's despite adversity, despite things going not your way, it was so good. And I mean, not to spoil it, it's a short read. It's only 100 pages or so. It's a short read, but it's just that despite adversity, you keep pushing through. I guess might be a lot of Rudy. Maybe that's why I like it. I don't know. But it's just
Despite adversity, you keep pushing through. Sounds like Old Man in the Sea, bro.
it is, but the reward was way better. So let's just go with that. Old Man in the Sea, he was the only one that saw his reward. Nobody else did.
The reward, exactly. And sometimes that's the best one, you know.
Best one's debatable, but it's a good one. Yeah, I'll give you that.
No, I'm not saying the
right.
book. I'm saying sometimes that's the best reward.
So since you brought up classic books, great topic. Classic books. Give me one classic book that you read that was either way better than the hype or way underrated, worse than the hype. It didn't live up to it.
Man,
Any classic book.
I mean, there's so many books I've read over the years that I'm trying to think.
Or maybe even if that, or just one that you thought was just different than you thought it would be. How about that? Instead of giving over under, just it was different. When you read it, like this is not what I thought this was going to be.
Go ahead, Jeremiah.
No, you're fine. I don't care. Whatever. Well, different. So the it's a short book, but The Picture of Dorian Gray. I did not expect that to be what it was. I don't know why. I always thought of him as some kind of like superpower. That's going to be an action book. It was not, bro. In a weird way, though, I really like. A lot of people disagree with me on this, but I really like the writing style because I like some poeticness, but I don't want it to be full blown. No offense, but I guess I just got to read more Shakespeare. I don't hate it, but it's just too much for me. But I like how I think he does such a good job describing the room. Oscar Wilde does that. You can like smell the room when he's describing it in the book. I love the way he writes that, and unfortunately, he didn't write a whole lot. But I really liked his writing style in that book. But that book was nothing like what I thought it was going to be. I did not expect that at all. That story caught me completely off guard.
Okay. Have you guys ever read Sherlock Holmes?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Don't
It was a
ruin-
very long time ago.
Do not ruin the ending. I know what probably happens. Don't tell me. I'm reading through all of them.
Well, if you know anything about the history of Sherlock Holmes and the author, you know what's going to happen.
I know he hated Sherlock Holmes, man. He couldn't stand writing that. That's actually really cool, the history behind that. But
yeah. Well, do tell, Ricky Bell.
Oh, you already know, man. But the history behind Holmes, like he just wrote that as something to make a little cash while he was working on his masterpiece, and then he released part of his released the masterpiece, and nobody liked it. They wanted more Holmes, and he was like, "This is like the tabloids. Like this is trash. Why do you guys want this?" And they wouldn't leave him alone, so he wrote more, and he eventually created Moriarty to kill off Holmes because he was tired of writing about it. He couldn't stand writing that story. But people loved it, man. They thought it was the coolest thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he did, but I don't want to know. I already know what I think happened, but I want to see. I want to read it for myself.
So, no, it didn't work because there's actually the last, 15 or 20 short stories at the end.
Are you trying to ruin the ending for me, Scott? I'm signing off, guys.
Okay, fine. I'll stop. I'll be quiet. When you read the other 4,000 pages to get there, let me know. All right, because it's so long. But I'm talking about the book you didn't expect. I did not expect mid of the first book that I'm reading half of it, and then I get to the second book or whatever they call it, the second
Yes.
half of the same story. I'm in new characters, new location, new year. Like I honestly thought I had a misprint. I was going to take the book back. Like this book's wrong. There's something
Bro,
happened with my copy.
I like kept checking. I was like,
Yep.
did I
Same
change
thing.
stories?
Like what in the world? Messed me all up.
Just let you guys know that the best looking hair in the pipe community is now on. Jeffrey Life of the Pipe is on. He has got the most beautiful hair known to man. I'm
Wanna see a
jealous.
picture?
Oh man,
Go on YouTube, sir.
he's the man.
Yep.
And the guy knows more about tobacco. Like the guy can get notes out of stuff that I'm like, dude, that dude is on point with some stuff, man. I love Jeffrey,
Yes.
man. Jeffrey, I love your videos, man. Keep them up, man. You're my man. JD Wolf. Hello, life.
So for me, I'm going to go with Josh Cooper's here. Exact same book I was going to bring up, Dracula. I've seen all the Dracula shows and everybody making, doing the whole vampire thing.
I have not read it.
That was not what I was expecting in a really good way. It was a fantastic book. It was
Oh,
not at all what I thought it was going to be.
Robert, you
Totally
haven't read Dracula?
I have not.
Bro, it's really good. I think
It
it's
is.
really good. Josh Cooper actually got me to read it, and I loved it, bro. It
Yeah,
was
I'll have to go pick it up and read. I've heard that from several people that I'm truly missed out on that. So
especially the whole book's good, but the first part, the first like few chapters where I don't want. Well, I mean, it's not gonna ruin it because he
It's the
goes to
beginning.
Dracula's
Yeah.
castle. It's a realtor from London, and he's going to Dracula's castle to meet with him and show him these properties in London. And while he's in the castle, bro, he does such a good job. Like the creep factor is so good. You're just like reading it, like, get out of there, you idiot! You're gonna die, like the whole time.
you're gonna die.
Bro, it is
Yeah.
so good, man. He did such a good. It's just like that old society, like Victorian age kind of whatever, but a horror story. It's really good, bro.
I gotta
And
tell you
it's-
real quick. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish up.
No, I'm just gonna say I agree with Scott 100%. It was not. I didn't expect that because like you said, Scott, you see all the movies and you're like, dude, it's nothing like it. It's not corny. It's not cheesy. It's really. I think it's really well written.
I just want to give a shout out. Scott brought a little bit of Balkan sobriety that I put in my pipe. It is really, really good. I mean, it is very, very
While
tasty.
we're giving shout outs, I just want to give a shout out. I switched pipes and switched tobaccos to some Throgmorton that I just opened for the first time that Scott had blessed me with. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And I gotta say, I think I like it better than Northwoods.
Really? That has a little more aromatic to it, to me, but it's just so good. It's not aromatic. It's just got a little extra sweetness or something to it. It's just so good.
Well, I was smoking Northwoods with this Campbelltown, and the last time I had Campbelltown with an English was Throgmorton, and so it's like, oh, it's gonna be the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's Throgmorton's good. It's not Frogmorton. Dadgum, it's good. I'll tell
It's
you,
good, right?
it's good. It's good.
Just kind of looking at some comments here, so James Kopp said Lord of the Flies. I don't know. That is a really, to me, disturbing book, but I read it when I was really young too, which made me probably even worse because I was probably about the age of those kids when I read it. I never went back to it. I think Netflix or somebody has got a new series.
It's a 4-episode series.
4-episode series. I may have to check it out now that I'm a little older, not as scared. JD Wolf talked about The Dark Tower. I have got to be honest. I have not read anything by Stephen King. I've never read anything horror. I know Dark Tower is not a horror book. It's a fantasy book, which I should love that because I'm a huge, huge fan of fantasy. I can totally geek out on y'all about fantasy. I'm not going to. I'm sure most people here don't care about it, but
Yeah, we appreciate it.
I actually read more fantasy than pretty much anything these days, and I could go on and on about it. So I will have to. I have got to read The Dark Tower. I've heard really, really good things about it.
So it's not. See, I've never read any. You said Stephen King. Is that
Stephen
what you
King,
said?
correct,
Dark
yes.
Tower? Yeah, I've never read any of that either. And I don't know what it is, but I'm not a horror fan either. But I do like the Victorian style. Some of the classic monsters like the Jekyll and Hyde, Dracula, that kind of stuff. But I'd like real. I don't know. I just don't think I would like it. The real
Yeah.
But I don't know what that is. I've never.
Well, the Dark Tower is not horror at all, and it's a in fact I think it's multiple books. It's the Dark Tower series. I think there's multiple books, but it's a
Really?
like it is fantasy, and I have not read any of them. I've wanted to. I've heard really good things about them. I've heard some of the books are kind of dull, but I've heard the ones that are good are really good. So I definitely want to check those out. I've not read The Crossings either. What is The Crossing by
That's a new one.
Cormac McCarthy? I've not read that either.
So I do know. I think Cormac McCarthy, he's speaking out more like against communism too. I believe that's what some of his writings are. So I don't know what this one is. I've never read it, but I think he has at least one of those books. Very interesting. So yeah,
Yeah,
The Crossing movie, fantastic. Not the same thing, I'm sure. It's about George Washington crossing the when he attacked Trenton. My history fails me. It's fine. But okay. Oh, Robert, one more question for you here. It's the have you read The Black Tongue Thief?
I have not, but I've heard good things.
Okay.
Definitely on my list of ones to check out. Like I said, I can. I won't go into it. I'll save Jeremiah the pain. So there's a lot of. I've said this before about kind of our modern era. While we have all these issues with our modern times, we also live in the golden age of a lot of things as well. When I was a kid, there wasn't a ton of fantasy. When I was a kid, there were certain authors that wrote fantasy, but fantasy was kind of always like the smallest section in the bookstore. Now it's one of the biggest. You can really thank Game of Thrones and some of these other modern day things that have kind of come along. I think Lord of the Rings, the movies coming out in 2001, has really launched fantasy to help fantasy kind of grow. I've read some really amazing books in the last 10, 15 years in the fantasy genre that I love. And I'll be honest, my reading today is much more for entertainment more than it is like to learn, just because I'm so busy all the time. So when I pick up a book, I just want to escape and just read something that's just, escapism. So I read a lot of fantasy these days. So
The opposites of what I like. But no,
Yeah.
good stuff. Go on.
that's okay. One of us can be right, another can be wrong. You're wrong. Just
Thank you
kidding.
for jumping on that grenade.
One of us is right and one of us is you.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's right.
Well, I will say, I'm not a big fan of fantasy unless it's Tolkien. I love his. That's what I like. I mean, I guess it's a milder fantasy, I guess. But like the first time I read The Hobbit, that was the first fantasy anything I read, and I actually loved it. And it's because of his writing style, man. I love the way that guy writes. I told you this earlier today, Robert. He could write about a story about your old work boots, and I'd be like, "This is awesome." I love the way he write. I love his writing style.
Well, I've said this to a lot of people that if you say you like Tolkien and you like that story, and Tolkien is definitely what I'd call the grandfather of all fantasy. So obviously, there's been a lot of writers that have come along since then who I think have also done an amazing job. It's kind of like my whiskey guy says when I asked about Scotch. So you haven't met the right Scotch. I would argue you probably just haven't read the right fantasy books yet to get you into the genre, because there's some amazing ones out there. In fact, how do you is it Cthulhu? Sun Eater by Christopher is it Rocchio? I don't know that book. But Stormlight Chronicles by Brandon Sanderson is phenomenal. It is actually a epic fantasy. Every book's about 1,000 pages. There's 5 books, and there's going to be 10 total. Some of my favorite, in fact, The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson is one of my favorite books of all time. It's just an amazing book. So I'm all in with Sanderson. Love Sanderson.
So Robert's looking for a good book on rural coastal Irish life.
I don't need to read a book. I won't be seeing that in about 4 days. So
So try This Is Happiness by Niall of Nine. No, Niall Williams. Okay, close.
So Mistborn series is the first thing I've read by Sanderson. And actually, I joke and say that's what got me back into reading after a break. I had a long break for about 5 years. I didn't read anything. As when my kids were first born, I was very busy all the time. And a buddy of mine actually recommended the Mistborn series. I read the whole thing in like 4 days. So it's a fantastic read.
All right. All right, let's jump over let's go book or movies, either one. What do you think is the most overrated, book or movie, pick one. What do you one of the most overrated films or books?
Go ahead, Jeremiah. I know you got something to say.
Anything overrated? Anything by Hemingway.
Overrated.
Anything by Hemingway, dude.
You just talked about Old Man and the Sea being a great movie or a great book.
That's
I
the
mean-
only book he wrote that I actually enjoyed. And it is miserable to read, which is so weird. Because it's like, it just feels like you're suffering with him. It feels like the book, even though it's so short, takes as long as his excursion. It feels like you're on the sea with him, just watching the sun slowly go by. Like the entire, I don't know. But I just like the way he did such a good job with that. He did. And the reason I don't like him most of the time is he's so, I don't know. He takes pride in his simple prose, but it's boring to me. He's like, I don't need flowery stuff to tell a good story. Well, he doesn't even tell a good story. There's no plot. There's no plot. It's just stuff. He's just telling things. Hey, the sky is blue. The trees are going by as I'm sitting in the train. The wine is fruity. This wood looks like wood. Like, thanks, buddy. Good job. I could be a genius if that's all it took to write books. I don't typically like, but I was telling Robert, it started to grow on me a little bit because once I realized, like now, reading the book, most of his books I didn't enjoy, but now realizing that a lot of his stuff, he leaves you to, just assume the rest of the story, to infer it. And I hate that. Like, oh, I'm going to write a few lines and let you guess what the story is. What a genius. Now I don't have to come up with anything because the readers will. I hate that. But one thing I've started to appreciate is how if you just read the book, like what was the one, The Sun Also Rises?
Yeah.
What's that book about? Nothing. It's a book about nothing.
About bullfighting. What are you talking about?
It's-
And living,
yeah,
living a
There's a
man
little
in
bullfighting
Spain.
scene in there, a little fishing scene in there. If you read that, like, and just accept it for, like, like you're just kind of zoning out on the back porch with a pipe or something, and just imagining you're there and you're just like in the club watching everybody hang out and talk and drink, and then you're over here watching everybody hang. It's just like a snippet of their life, and I can appreciate that because it's just like he does a good job just telling you things that are happening, but there's no plot. That's what I don't like. But I later started to appreciate that it's like you're just being plugged in for a little bit, if that makes sense. But I say I started to appreciate some of his stuff. I still don't like him really, but I'm just not a big fan of his stuff.
Old Man Copper said it's the Seinfeld of books. Oh,
That
my
is so
gosh.
good,
That
dude.
is really not far
That
off
is
base, if you ask me. That's
genius.
pretty good.
That is genius.
Now I'm going to go back and read, and in my mind, I'll hear.
The Seinfeld of books, bro. I love that.
So I will say, so I read the Farewell to Arms. I had high hopes. It's like this great, it's like an action pack. It's going to be a war book. They were in a war, but there was like a 5-page fight scene. That's it. It's like, what the crap? This is stupid. I wanted a manly war book. That was not it. And so I was not a fan. But, all right.
So mine's going to be a movie.
Okay.
And this is going to be, I'm sure I'm going to make some people mad, but I can't help it. I think it's a good film.
Wait, is it The Wizard of Oz?
No, it's not.
It
No,
should
it's
be
not.
The
It's
Wizard of
Wicked.
Oz. I
It's
think it's
not.
The Wizard of Oz.
It's
isn't
not
it?
The Wizard of Oz. No. Let me preface by saying I think it's a good movie, but I don't think people talk about it like it's one of the greatest movies ever written. And I have some theories about it, which is why I don't consider it. But that is Shawshank Redemption.
Moving on. All right, next. Why so? Why do you think so?
So first of all, he killed his wife. A lot of people don't realize that, but he actually killed his wife. He's actually not a great person because he actually helps the warden and all the people become crime lords in their local town. And then at the end, he's trying to save his own neck and then screws the people over that he basically helped rise into power. So he's not a good guy. Like that's my theory on that anyway. So, but anyway, I think it was a decent film. It's good, but every time people talk about greatest movies, every person I know is always, oh, Shawshank Redemption, man. It was just, I'm like, it's good. It's not. I don't know. Anyway, that's just my opinion.
Hmm.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm never gonna read Walt Whitman the same again. Thank you, Old Man Copper. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I really do.
Okay. Let's say, what is one fictional character, book or movie, that you'd like to have as a grandfather?
Oh, dude, that's easy. The Don, Vito Corleone. Hit him with it, Robert. Hit him with it.
I'm gonna make him an offer I can't refuse. Michael.
Yeah.
That's
Tell him.
not right. That's Zootopia. Come on, man.
Zootopia. Come on. Oh my gosh. Good night, Josh Cooper. Thanks for stopping
Good
by,
night.
my friend. And Cheeky, I'm
Josh
sure
Cooper.
Cheeky's gone too. Cheeky says he's going to go watch the sunrise, listen to the birds in the bush. Thank you, Cheeky from South Africa. I know you're in Zambia right now, but we appreciate you logging in so late. We know it's probably very early in the morning there.
Yeah, thanks for joining, dude. That sounds like a Hemingway book. Just watch the sunrise and the birds in the bush. This book
Oh
is
my gosh.
remarkably similar to walking out on my front porch and just looking. The Seinfeld of books, bro.
Look, there's the sun. It rises. Amazing.
Also, it rises also.
It rises also.
Because we also say that you rise, but then the sun
Well,
also.
I mean, that's not really far from the truth, but
I mean, yeah.
I like it. Yeah. So, yeah, Vito Corleone, my friend. No problem.
I'm gonna go one I would think you've probably seen, but a little less. Well, not less known, but Robert Duvall in Secondhand Lions.
oh, I love that movie.
Such
That
a
is
great
so
movie.
good, dude. I love that movie, bro.
When he grabs that kid by the throat and does his speech, that's like the greatest scene. I love that scene. I've only loved one woman.
I fought multiple wars.
Love it.
It's
Love it.
so good. That would be a great guy to sit as a grandfather, sit around and tell you old stories. I would love it. That's my pick.
I just picked Vito Corleone so I can have a lot of favors called in, you know? Hey,
That's
Scott's
fair,
got
too.
a cellar. I need that
He's a
cellar
hater.
in my house.
My boy
Consider me done.
Jeremiah is trying to get into Harvard. I need you to get him into Harvard. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Done.
Done, Godfather. Done, Godfather.
As you wish.
That's that's a different movie. That's okay.
That's a good one, too.
That's a good movie too, though. I'm not listening.
All right, so now let's go the other side. Now, what would you think of me?
Well, I mean, you want to let me hear? Okay, that's fine. Nobody cares.
That's what you were agreeing. I'm sorry.
No. I do agree, but my grandfather and I'm as one of my favorite characters of all time is Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. I just think he is a fantastic gentleman. He's a man who just has so much to like offer as far as like just everything you'd want in a guy to like your son to be raised as. Like that guy to me has it to me. So I just think he is an amazing character, and he's my favorite character in Lord of the Rings, hands down. So
Who's also not in The Hobbit.
It's a good
FYI.
take. It's a
he's
good
not.
take.
Well, he's all up in the movie, but he's not in the book.
No, that's a great pick, Robert. I like that.
Mm-mm.
All right, let's shift gears here. Other side, what do you think is one of the greatest villains? Move your book.
Well, mine's gonna make people mad because there's no Shakespeare fans in here, but I can't help it. So probably I mean, this is one of the greatest villains of all time.
Is it? I know who it is, bro.
Tell me.
Not even the guy from Othello.
You got it, Iago. That is correct.
I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's why I said the guy.
It's Iago. It's Iago,
But just
man.
because I know, I actually want to read this. I'm sorry, I don't want. I mean to interrupt you, but
Nope,
I want to
you're good.
read this Shakespeare story because of him, because I've heard of him. That's why. So carry on. That's all.
Well, it's one of the first. It's what I love about. So the entire play starts with him, and that's kind of rare for the villain to like get. I mean, he's like the star of the whole thing. Like people think it's Othello. It's not. It's Iago. And what's really cool about it is he is able to manipulate and get all these people killed and get what he wants without even doing anything violent. He does everything through manipulation and psychological tactics. And it's just so, and because he understands the human element so much on how to get in all these people's ears to get them to basically do what he wants them to do. It is a mastermind at work. And to me, that is just one of the coolest things to watch. And it's an amazing play. It's an amazing story.
Dude,
I
you just
absolutely love it.
You made me really want to read that book now.
Oh, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Cool.
It's probably
Playwright,
my
sorry.
favorite play that Shakespeare has. It's just fantastic. So
I like that.
Who you got?
Scott? Or me?
Yeah, who you got?
Didn't I already tell you?
No, Robert went
What are we
first.
talking? Oh, we're talking about villains. I thought we were still
Villain,
talking
yeah.
about grandfathers. Yeah. No, you don't want him as your grandfather. Um,
He's like Blofeld.
man, I don't know. Greatest. I think I need to read more to decide that, but I would say an honorable mention is probably Dracula, just because. First, I mean, he's obviously like this monster. He's super powerful, but he's very manipulative. Like I like his. He's pretty smart too. He's not a mastermind, but he's pretty smart. I would say honorable mention. I want to read Robert's guy over there. He sounds like steps ahead of, you know.
Well, and what's funny about Iago is just petty. What he didn't get promoted. Like he thought he should have got promoted, and Othello promotes the other guy over him, and he gets mad about it. And decides he's going to just destroy all of them because he didn't get promoted. It's like the craziest thing. And it's
So
like
he's just a little dude. He's not even like this elevated, powerful dude. He's just this little guy coming up and taking
so
down.
Othello is like the commander in charge, right? And then he's gonna when he gets promoted, he's gonna promote his first in charge, and he picks Cassius over Iago, and Iago feels like he's the one who's worthy of it more than this other guy, because the other guy is good looking and he's not, and the other guy's real charismatic and he's not, and he feels like he's like, I'm the one who works, I'm the one who does all this stuff for you, and you're gonna promote him, so he just gets them all. I mean, he gets all of them, like every one of them. It's crazy. Oh man, it's such a great story.
Scotty, what do you got?
I'm gonna go probably the most hated character. I don't know if he's really so much a villain, but I just hated this guy.
Can I take a guess?
Sure.
Wait, are we talking about movies or books?
This is gonna be a TV show.
I already know who it is. Can I guess? You didn't tell me. Go ahead.
TV show. No, you got me. I was thinking of a movie then.
I already know who it is. It's Joffrey.
Yes.
Yes, I knew it.
Guy.
Oh yeah, I can't stand it.
Game
Joffrey
of
Game of
from
Thrones. Joffrey
Oh,
from Game
I've
of
never-
Thrones. He
I've never
is
seen
the most horrible person you've ever met.
Hate that guy.
Oh my gosh. No one hold the door for him.
No, thank goodness. But yes, that's my most hated. To me, that's a villain. Somebody just absolutely just despise and hate. It's gonna be Joffrey from
100%.
Game of Thrones.
I'm so glad you said that.
And I was so glad just the way he died too.
Yes.
Love
Yes.
That was about the peak of the show. Kind of went downhill after that.
Oh,
But-
a good one though.
So good.
Man, that was a good one.
So hated. But yeah, so that's gonna be my villain. So last question I'm gonna throw out to you. This on the spot, so this question can come out really terrible. But as a gentleman living the manly lifestyle, is it okay or acceptable to tear up in a book or a movie? And if so, what would be a good one? Or maybe what's one that caused that to happen?
Is it okay to tear up while reading a book or watching a movie?
Right. Is it okay to be a man and cry reading a book, cry reading or watching a movie?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay,
I don't
sure.
have a problem with that. I mean, if something
I mean,
gets you,
The Notebook was tough. I get it.
oh gosh.
I mean, what would be an appropriate, that response is like, yeah, okay, I get that.
I mean, I feel like I have cried at movies before. I'm trying to think like what.
It's usually
Off the top.
war movies, bro.
So I got two, and I'll give you all time to think. I'll go first.
Okay, Rudy, I guarantee, right?
Okay, I got three.
when he went off sides, he bawled his eyes out, and it was just when he runs in, you're like, Rudy.
You can't not. Okay, you can't not. But I'm gonna go with it's a book, but also a movie. But The Road by
Oh man, that
Is
is
it,
oh gosh, that movie's
here we-
brutal. That book is brutal too.
I didn't see that coming. Not gonna lie, I didn't see
No,
it coming.
I didn't either.
That wrecked me. That tore me up. And I didn't see it coming because he's just a kid. What? I mean, I'll leave it there for no spoilers. But that. And now I see Old Yeller. Okay, I have another one.
Oh,
Lassie, the first one. I ever
Stop,
tried.
Old Yeller.
But Lassie, when
Oh,
they
that's
got
enough.
to get euthanized, I mean, as a kid, that tearing up. But there's a book you probably never read. It's about the Civil War. It's called dang, I can't remember, and it's part. I can't remember, but I can't think of the name of the title now. The Civil War book. You get invested. Corporal Cy Cligg in his part. That's the name of the book. But it's written by a Civil War veteran in a fictitious. He writes a fictitious story, but the whole thing is basically what his whole life through the Civil War. but he uses characters and fake regiments and fake battles to explain everything. But he has this guy kind of takes him under his wing. He's a brand new recruit into the army, and this sergeant or this kind of older veteran takes him under his wing and teaches him how to be a soldier. And the last attack, the last battle, the war's about to end. They make this big charge against the enemy. They're going up and over the parapets. It's this grand charge, and they get done, and he's Corporal Cyclic. He's all excited. Man, we did it. We beat them, and this is pretty much going to be it. The war is going to be over now. And he looks around for his buddy to tell him, and he can't find him.
Mm.
And he goes back to where they ran over that parapet, into the fortress, so to speak. And then he finds him there, dead as a doornail. So, oh, I just read like 700 pages loving this guy. Oh, again, wasn't expecting it. Came out of nowhere. That I actually had to put the book down and stop because I couldn't read. My eyes were so. I was crying. I had tears falling because I wasn't ready. I didn't know. So, but yeah, that and The Road would be my two.
The Road is actually a really good one. I haven't read the other ones, so I can't really go with that. But yeah, I like that, The Road. I know I have cried at movies before. I'm trying to just think of like something off the top of my head that I can't, for some reason, my brain is just not going there. I'm trying to think of what it could be. Somebody said Old Yeller. I was very little as a kid. Oh, no. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I do know one. And I can't watch it to this day. I cannot watch this movie to this day. I've only seen it one time my entire life. And it is, to me, one of the most heart-wrenching scenes in any film I've ever seen. And it's Black Hawk Down.
Okay.
And it's the scene where the chopper goes down,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy jumps in to protect the chopper. And all those guys get killed. And when they're like carrying their bodies and chanting like they're cheering as they take their clothes off of them, and I don't know. I just was so like almost scarred by that. Like just the depravity of a human to be able to like just take so much pleasure in killing someone and then just throwing their body around like they're. I remember just like crying, just thinking like how just terrible that is. But yeah, so that one was a big one for me. And I know there's other ones. I know I've seen other movies that I've teared up at. I just, for some reason, I can't put my finger on them right now. So, but to answer your question, I think it's totally okay for a guy to express some emotion. It's fine. Like, I don't think that you have to be like so hard that you can't cry or anything like that. I don't,
Dude,
if anything else, I would argue that's probably not healthy. To be honest. So
the baddest dudes I know, I'm talking about like war heroes, dudes I've been on, like dudes I know on SWAT and stuff that have been in like seen their buddies die and stuff. They're the most, not like emotional, but they're not afraid to cry when, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But there's a lot of movies that, yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot. I can't think of them all. A lot of war movies, but one that I cried the entire way through because I couldn't stand the whole thing was The Wizard of Oz. I just wanted it to stop. No, just kidding. No, but something that surprised, and I'm gonna say there's definitely more emotional things in books, but something that just surprised me and caught me off guard because I never watched the movie before I read the book. I didn't want to, and I know I already talked about this book earlier, but when Thorin died in The Hobbit, dude, I actually choked up just a little bit. Like I teared up a little bit. Why? I don't know why. I just wasn't expecting that. It's like he's like, you don't like him, then you like him, and then he dies. I was like, whatever. But to me, man, the end of Watch, you guys have seen that, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
At the end, when he gets up to talk and, his friend dies laying over him, protecting him, and all he can say, he tries to say something, and all he can say is he was my brother, dude. I just like, I couldn't.
Yeah, that actually that was getting close to home, like Ladder 49. Because the fire department, same kind of
Why
thing.
are you talking about fire department movies?
Why are you talking about cops?
Fight.
You better be glad he's sitting across from you, not me, Scotty.
That's right.
All right. Well, appreciate you all joining us. That is all the questions I have for you. I think I've made you guys suffer enough through literary. This is fun.
I mean, thank you so much for all the responses. Great conversation tonight.
Man.
Great people putting in some great books out there that I'm gonna have to go back and probably read the comments and just see what people recommending and look up some of these books because I feel like there's a whole lot of people that are naming stuff that I've not heard of or not read. And I'm always looking for something new to read. I think reading is an important thing that more people should do. I think that we have gotten to a scroll society, and I don't think that really challenges our minds. And so to be able
You know,
to have those exercises is important. So
it's funny that I've been smoking pipes about 2 years now, and that's what got me into reading is smoking pipes. Because I read a little here and there, but I never read for like entertainment, like for
Right.
leisure. And I started smoking pipes, and I'm like, man, this is like slowing down even more. I absolutely love it. I agree with you 100%, Robert. We're in the scroll society and just getting away from that and sitting and reading. I think I told you, we did that last night. We got the younger kids to bed, and then me and my wife and the older kids sat up till like 9 o'clock and just sat there, no TV, just sat and read different places in the living room. And it was like, it was weird. It was quiet. The whole house was quiet, but it was nice. It just, the night flew by, but it was, I don't know, something we remember, even though we weren't really looking at each other, just looking at books, but it was nice. It was
Yeah,
nicer than watching them. I mean, watching a movie together is fun, but I'm just talking about turning on TV and just leaving it on just because you need something to entertain you all the
yeah,
time.
you're just trying to put something in the background just to veg out. And I agree. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do that as well, and I think it's great, but I think it's important to be able to exercise those brain cells and to be able
Yeah.
to make you think. I mean, because I told my son this, that when you read a story for the first time, your brain has to create that whole scenario. Like you have
Right.
no idea what this guy looks like. So in your mind, you have to create a character in your mind of who that looks like to you. And that takes work, it takes exercise to do that, which is important for your brain and your mind. I think it's really good for, especially as we get older, especially me, since I'm old as dirt and I was with, high school with Ayn Rand, I think it's good to keep my mind sharp. And so reading is a great exercise for me to be able to work out those muscles I don't get to use on a daily basis because again, I'm guilty of it too. I sit there on my phone and just la 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 la.
I
You
don't
know, we
think I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that every now and then. It's just controlling it. It's just like,
In moderation.
yeah, like eating dessert or something. There's nothing wrong with it. It's enjoyable. It's a treat. It's nice. But just doing, if that's all you ate every meal every day, you'd be super unhealthy, right? So same with this, in moderation. It's okay you've had a long day, you just want to veg out for a minute. Just don't do it all the time. Don't do it every day. That kind of thing. I mean, and I agree with you. You have to create. You create the characters in your mind. You create the scene in your mind, and that's why I think a writer obviously is writing the story, but the writing style is such a big thing when you're reading a book.
Yeah,
How well they
100%.
describe that. But this has
I
been
agree,
fun,
man.
man.
It's been real fun. Thanks, guys, for everybody being on. We will not be having Idiots with Manners in 2 weeks because somebody's not going to be here. Sorry, I'm going to be in. Somebody going to be in Ireland, so I apologize. I ain't going to be around, and I'm not going to do this at 2:30 in the morning. So.
Yusuf is.
I know Yusuf is doing it. I agree. Yusuf is doing it. True. That's very true.
Yusuf's
a
a
warrior.
real man, dude.
That's right. I'm too old, apparently.
I'm not doing it. There's no way I'm getting up at 2:30 in the morning. What is it? Cat Williams said, "I ain't finna be nowhere at 4:30 in the morning, even if I'm supposed to be."
That's exactly right.
We appreciate y'all joining us. Thank you for all the comments, and we'll see you all in 4 weeks.
Peace
See y'all
out.
next time.
All right, good night, guys. Take it easy.